Welcome back to Curious Perro. This video focuses on Cartagena, Colombia. I'll tell you everything I know about the beautiful city and why I picked it as my first place to go to Colombia. After seeing this video, you might want to do that too. Before we begin, don't forget, look down below and please subscribe. I'll see you on the other side of my introduction, and don't forget, watch on. This video is part of a series I call Planning a Trip to Colombia During Uncertain Times. I am asking for your suggestions, your input of where you think I should travel in Colombia. But before we look ahead, let's look back at where I've already been. Cartagena is located in the northwestern part of Colombia and faces the Caribbean Sea to the west. To the south is the Cartagena Bay and the peninsula of Boca Grande. In my mind, there are three areas of Cartagena one should get to know before traveling here. Downtown, also known as the Old City, is a location for sightseeing. There you will find the Castillo San Felipe Barajas. This castle or fortress is located here, as well as other historical landmarks. This area is a reminder of the colonial times when Cartagena had to protect itself from outside forces, including pirates. The castle is not well preserved, but is fun to visit and to walk around. In 1984, UNESCO listed the castle with the historic center of the city of Cartagena as a World Heritage Site. Getsemani is considered a hipster area full of restaurants, bars, shops, and a wild nightlife, and a great place to meet women. It is home to the Old Wall City. Guided tours are available, or one can just set out on foot and just walk around the area. Be sure to take time to sit just inside the gate entrance, as the area is prime for people watching. More often than not, there are some activities including music and dancing, and even sometimes protests. The Boca Grande area is a prime place for tourists. It is known for its high-rise buildings, mainly comprised of hotels and condominiums. It has beach on one side and a bay on the other. There are also ample restaurants and shops to enjoy yourself. It is located on the peninsula, as I mentioned, and you have the Caribbean Sea on one side and the Cartagena Bay on the other side. It is quiet. It's a relatively safe place, but it is a little bit more expensive than other parts of Cartagena. So why did I select Colombia and ultimately Cartagena, Colombia as my first destination? There are many reasons, and here are the top three. Number one, beautiful women. Colombia is known to have some of the most beautiful women in the world, and I can verify to this fact. With the advent of international dating apps like Colombian Cupid, it is possible for men to easily find beautiful travel companions. Of course, one must be careful, but from my experience, this is true with any type of online dating. Number two, strength of the US dollar. Colombia is extremely affordable for US travelers. The airline flights are relatively inexpensive, with a round-trip ticket costing somewhere between $300 and $600 depending on the time of the year, and that is from Miami or Fort Lauderdale into Colombia. The flight is usually about 3 hours. And once you arrive to Colombia, the food, the hotels, or Airbnb if you use that, and transportation are cheap. It is very affordable. Third, communications. By using apps like WhatsApp or Google Translate, it is easy and inexpensive to communicate. There are a few challenges with the Wi-Fi, as it's not readily available except in hotels, Airbnbs, and some of the larger malls. Note, Spanish is not only the primary language of Colombia, it's often very difficult to find English speakers even in the touristy areas. So why Cartagena in Colombia? I narrowed my initial selections to four possibilities: Bogota, Medellin, Cali, and Cartagena. Both Bogota and Medellin are larger cities. In fact, Bogota is one of the largest cities in the world with a population of about 7.4 million people. I thought my trip would be easier if I traveled to a smaller destination. From watching YouTube videos by mongers and expat advisors, it seemed that Bogota and Cali were a little more dangerous for non-Spanish speaking gringos like myself. I have traveled and spent time in more dangerous places, but why lead with one to a new country? Cartagena is a smaller coastal beach community. The weather is incredible with annual highs in the high 80s and lows in the mid 70s. The people are laid back and accommodating. As a culture, the Colombian people are happy, family-oriented, and proud of their heritage. Unlike most people from the United States, they live for their families, not for working and making money. Unfortunately, there are many things about Colombia that I don't have time to discuss in this video, but hopefully in the future. Namely, the lack of hot water, septic tank, not sewer, so you can't flush your toilet paper. The taxi doors, you can't slam taxi doors. The food, and in particular the fruit, are absolutely incredible. There are also some great excursions that are available, like tours around Cartagena. There is this one party bus that's just a blast. And you can take a boat out to beaches called, one is Rosario, another one is Baru. They're small islands with just amazing beaches. For me, Cartagena was a great place to visit for my first time in Colombia. I met some wonderful people, spent a good amount of time at the beach and enjoying the hotels, the local restaurants, and a few of these excursions. I did, in fact, expand my 2-week trip to a 3-week vacation in paradise. You should consider Cartagena for your next trip. If you have any questions or any comments, please make them below. I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. Just click the button down below so you can be in line to hear the next video.